Hands off me. Keep his hands off me.
Question from the gentleman over here.
Have you heard about that Armie Hammer and Johnny Depp have off-screen friendship? While promoting The Lone Ranger, Armie Hammer had plenty of kind words and stories to share about his co-star Johnny Depp. The actor described Depp as a character, and gushed, "He's every bit as cool as you don't think it's possible for him to be." However, Hammer was startled upon their first table read, as Depp was fully decked out in extensive character makeup. From Hammer's account, it sounds like Depp is one quirky guy. When asked about Depp's on-set eccentricities, Hammer laughed and said, "Pass." Then, he explained, "So, here's the deal. Like, yes, the guy lives an extravagant lifestyle. There's no way around it, but he also lives on like a totally other planet." Hammer was referring to Depp's surreal mega fame. He continued, "We'd be somewhere in public and it would turn into a riot and people would try to pull out his hair. You know, just a typical day in the life of a world-renowned celebrity." In an interview with Rolling Stone, Hammer revealed his and Depp's unique dynamic during filming. Hammer explained, "He was my manservant on set. He held my water for me. If I got hot, he would fan me with his bird. We had a terrific sort of surf relationship. It was great to have a permanent helper." And at a Japan TLR conference, Hammer and Depp talked about working on The Lone Ranger. Hammer raved about Depp on set, saying, "He knows everybody's name. He knows what job they do. He knows how to do the job. He knows how the job will affect the final outcome."
Come to the West.
It's a nice hat, by the way. They didn't have a bigger one?
Seem a reluctant hero when we first see him in the film, would you? Is that how you envisaged him?
Yeah, you know, he's a little bit of a reluctant hero. He's a little bit of an unfit hero, but at the same time, he's the only person who's willing to stand up to the injustice that's happening, and sometimes that's really good to see.
And you've got, obviously, Tonto and the Lone Ranger. They seem like chalk and cheese. So what do you think unites these two people?
I like that expression, like chalk and cheese. It's good. Sorry.
So, no. What do you think unites these people? Because they are so different.
They are very different, and in the beginning, they are literally chained together, and by the end, they're figuratively chained together because they are both alone. They have nothing else but each other, and as soon as they realize that, they form a perfect team.
It was great. I mean, it was great from the first second. He was not only the perfect choice, but a great guy, you know. So, I believe the building of our relationship is poured out onto the screen.
Johnny Depp was the first person I ever saw do this, and it blew me away. We were standing in front of the camera, and he had like something that he was supposed to hold in his hand, and we were just about to roll, and he stops, and he looks at the camera operator, this guy named Martin, and he goes, "Martin, what lens are you on?" And Martin goes, it's a 75, Johnny. And he goes, "Oh, okay, well then I'll hold it right here." And he literally brought it up to exactly the perfect place and frame without looking at a monitor. Like, it wasn't like he was looking at the thing and went, "Okay, I'll bring it right there." It's like he literally said, "That's a 75? Okay, there, that's where it'll go." And it was the perfect spot. And I just remember being blown away. Just being like, this guy knows his shit, man. And
We still have a hard time staying dead.
So tell me a little bit about the experience of shooting in all these tiny towns, and not even towns, I guess, in the West, and spending so much time kind of isolated as a casting crew. What did that contribute to the on-screen relationship that you and Johnny have?
Oh, I think it was huge. It was paramount. I mean, there was just so much time that we spent together just hanging out and getting to know each other and getting to like each other that when we had to do it on screen, it was just that much easier.
Yeah.
You know, just the whole crew kind of became a big family because we were out in the middle of nowhere. So we'd all be camping out in the middle of nowhere, and, you know, at the end of the night, we'd finish shooting and then have a big karaoke party and a bonfire. You know, it was the best. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the most challenging parts of getting ready for this role, as far as riding horses. What was the toughest thing to master?
There's a lot of physicality to it. Sometimes it was like 12, 13 hours a day of riding horses. You know, it was a lot. So there was I didn't worry about it too much, but I just tried to get in good shape before we went. A lot of like bike riding and cycling, get my legs ready for horses and stuff. But it was good.
Yeah. Now, I heard that your wife was not a big fan of you in the Lone Ranger mask. Is that true?
No, she's a fan.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I heard that it freaked her out a little bit at first.
Mm-hmm.
No?
She
likes
digs
it.
Yeah.
Now, tell me with Johnny, you've worked with so many great actors in your career. Leonardo DiCaprio, a lot of other, great actors of our generation. But what's unique about him?
I mean, there's so much. He's just like he's a bohemian, man. He's just like a true artistic spirit. He's just a great guy.
With Johnny Depp.
Yep.
Got to be pretty amazing.
Yeah, that was, I mean, just an incredible experience getting to work with that guy. And he's a character. He's amazing. He's every bit as cool as you don't think it's possible for him to be.
That just blew my mind, what you just said.
I hope it makes sense.
I like that. Yeah, it makes sense. But it's when you first met him, were you nervous when you first met Johnny Depp?
No, I would say startled. Like I wasn't nervous. I was startled. We were sitting in a table.
He was
read,
naked.
Actually doing a table read for the script in a office building. Just there was no cameras around. There was no people around. It was just everyone in the movie sitting there. And I was sitting there, kind of like looking over my script, highlighting my lines, getting ready for the table read. And someone taps me and goes, "Oh, Armie, this is Johnny." And I turn around, and he was wearing the full getup, like the full face. It's Johnny. I just go, "Ha! Oh, hey, sorry, something in my throat. Nice to meet you, man."
Right.
Very startling.
Are you talking that horse? Why am I covered in dirt? I better.
Hey guys, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Excellent.
I wanted to ask Armie, we have read that Johnny Depp has some very bizarre monthly expenses. What was the most eccentric thing that you saw him do on the set of Lone Ranger?
Pass. So here's the deal. Like, yes, the guy lives an extravagant lifestyle. There's no way around it. But he also lives on, like, a totally other planet. Like, something that I have no idea about. Like, nobody here has any idea the planet this guy lives on. Because we'd be somewhere in public, and it would turn into a riot, and people would try to pull out his hair. I mean,
Wow.
It's just like,
Wow.
It's a crazy world. So when you go to a restaurant, they have to close down, part of the restaurant. And put like the whole thing. So, it seems extravagant, but it's also like...
Sounds intense.
It's super intense.
That sounds intense. Super